Pistons fans, what's good? It's your boy King. We got some breaking news. We're going to unravel that, man. Also, we're going to talk about a couple of things that's been taking place in the city. Plus, we are 12 days away. 12 days away. So let's get this thing started, man. All right, Pistons fans, let's get into it, man. First and foremost, breaking news, big story for us Detroit Pistons fans. Kelly Olynyk, Saban Lee traded to the Utah Jazz for Mr. Bogdanovic, man. 18 points per game, 30-plus shooting from three. Troy Weaver, man. Troy Weaver is... you are something else. You know that? 38% from three, man. From the last 3 seasons, man. Like I said, you add that type of shooting, a more traditional 4-style player, plus you create a roster spot in the same time. We all know Saban Lee probably wasn't going to touch the court. So, I love Saban, man, but we all know what the situation was. Let's just be realistic here. Plus the Kemba Walker thing. I still get people who ask about Kemba Walker. There's reports on top of reports available out there confirming that Kemba Walker is not going to be a Detroit Piston. So I'm looking for any time before the Pistons go ahead and shore up that 15-man roster that they go ahead and find some type of way to buy him out or something small or something just to move him out of here. But he's not going to play for our team this season. But yeah, we got a lot of other things to talk about, man. First and foremost, this move right here. Who plays the 4? Who plays the 4? Does Stu move to the 4? Does Bagley play the 4? Does Bogdanovic get that 4 spot now? What's the starting lineup going to look up? That's the starting lineup is going to be a question mark for me right now. I don't know if they trust Isaiah Stewart enough to play a 4 position yet, even though he's shown and he's been proven that he can knock down that 3-point shot. It just hasn't happened during real basketball enough, I would say that. So, we'll see what happens with this situation. But you obviously clear the log jam that you have when it comes to big man on this team. So, Kelly, Steph Curry, Olynyk. Is not with the Utah Jazz, so he can go and chuck up a lot of step back threes over there for those guys and not play defense. But yeah, just talking, man. Listen, man, Detroit Pistons in the city, around the city. You guys can see some of these photos right now. Jalen Rose took them guys around on a field trip, man. Taking them to Motown, man, taking them to St. Cecilia, man. I got so much history at that gym. It's the first place where I got an opportunity to meet Isaiah Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah Thomas, when I was growing up, when I was a small kid, was giving basketball lessons on how to dribble the basketball and play point guard. And, I was definitely one of the people in attendance there when I was real small. But yeah, man, a lot of history at that gym, man. A lot of history at a lot of gyms around the city. That was Rico Hines before Rico Hines. That was the Rico Hines of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So, we clamor, we go crazy over Rico Hines and some of these gym leagues today. Well, that's one of the gyms that started it back in the day, man. And Jalen Rose himself, Chris Webber himself, have on many occasions spoke on the rich history of that gym. So great to see all of them guys there, man. The entire team there. Anytime we get to see our team together, doing things together, man, it's a beautiful thing to see because most of all, this team, they're going to have to stick together. They're going to have to be bonded, as a unit. They're going to have to be family. Real young team out there. So, those type of things are very, very special for a young and up and coming team like we have. But yeah, it was great. It was great to see those guys go and visit those places so they can learn a little bit more about the history of this city, and where fans like myself come from and what we grew up around. So, Yeah. Also, man, we got to talk about the jerseys, right? You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about the jerseys, man. Once again, like I said, I absolutely love them. From a person who wears a lot of clothes, you know what I mean by wear clothes. I love them. I absolutely love the jerseys, man. To mix it up for the Pistons to take the time and listen and hear the fan base, man. Even though it was a random phone call, voicemail, whatever it was, that was hilarious, by the way. But shout out to him for doing it, man. But yeah, I love the jersey. I think it's going to look pretty nice out there on that court, man. To see something different. We always had a traditional whites and the blues and some reds here and there, man. To add some black to the jersey is definitely something new. I hope the Lions take notes and just give us this doggone black jersey and stop being such hard asses. But with that said, man, we getting ready to head into training camp, and it's going to be so many battles and so many stories coming out of training camp. I can't wait to cover this information, man, because it's so many questions that we have as far as this roster. How deep will we go with this roster? Most likely 10 man deep. Who will Dwayne Casey play where, and how many minutes will guys get? This 3-guard rotation that we heard about. The big man rotation. We got Noel and Durant, and now we got Bogdanovic, we got Isaiah Stewart, and we still have Bagley. So who plays 4? Who plays 5? There's so many questions to be answered, and training camp is definitely going to be the place to get some of those answers. Don't know if Troy Weaver is going to do something else small, but it's pretty much like what I said. It was going to be some small work being done, if anything, and to make a nice little small trade like this, and get some real good value from it, man. Troy Weaver is just Troy Weaver, man. That's just what he does. You know what I'm saying? So, good luck to Kelly Olynyk and Saban Lee. Utah created some salary cap, but for us, like I said, we opened up another spot and we add some shooting. We can never have too much shooting. Obviously, spacing the floor is something that all of our guards need. So yeah, that second unit should be really, really interesting to see what that lineup looks like. Obviously we got Killian Hayes, we got Burks. You still got a Diallo who's probably going to be on the battle, for one of those surviving spots. Then you have I don't know. We'll dive into it, man. We'll get into that roster, when the time is right, and try to make some type of predictions. But for right now, the breaking news and the story of the day for the Detroit Pistons is Kelly Olynyk, Saban Lee, Utah Jazz for Mr. Bogdanovic, man. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. We'll keep an eye on things, and like I said, if we do anything else small, of course I'm gonna be definitely on y'all on y'all phone and computer screens telling y'all what happened. So with that said, man, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Let's get ready. I told you guys I got some Pistons content coming for you, so you can look forward to that, man, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.